I want to go on live on time. On time.
You trapped me.
On time.
Molly was like, yeah, get up and go look at something. And the second I stood up, she hit go live.
I really wanted to be on time this week. Oh, did you fix the chat thing that makes it not go so slow?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I don't know why that got set to a weird setting.
That's right. What's up, guys? Welcome to another Wednesday.
Another Wednesday build stream. But it's 6:30 now, right?
Yes.
So,
If
as of
you
right
can hear
now,
Hilo, he's going to town on a Kong.
yeah. So we're doing a giveaway this week, and the link should have just gone live. Well, the link was in the description already, but now it should be working. And literally all you have to do is just go, and it's like a YouTube entry, which if you're watching on YouTube, you should be able to just click a button and enter. But Gentle Giant has been very kind and just sent us, we showed off that Darth Vader bust last week, I think. They sent us some more cool stuff. They sent us this Darth Maul hologram bust from Solo that you probably can't see it, but it lights up. Yeah, you can see it. Cool. So a little hologram Maul. If I wish I were recording when Molly saw that they gave that to her, just so you could hear the noise that she made.
It was similar to what I just made.
No, it wasn't. It was much higher pitched. Yeah.
He's got his little bowl of bone broth. This is my favorite, though.
There's really.
I think so. Just because it looks so good.
Yeah.
He looks good too, but I have the real thing.
You already have a billion of them.
I have the real thing in my office.
Uh-huh.
But this Rebels Ahsoka, I don't know how well you can see it, but she's holding the convoy. I don't know if that's gonna focus or not, but I'm afraid to drop it. Okay, I think that's focused. Okay. But yeah, her armor just looks so good. Her face looks good. Everything about it looks good.
And they sent us a First Order Stormtrooper. That's not going to focus.
That one's kind of bright, so
yeah.
I might have trouble focusing.
I can hold it back. But these are cool. They have like interchangeable arms, so you can put them in different poses. And
Is it like got a magnet in there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you can do like blaster pistol shield or blaster rifle shield. So yeah, that's neat. But we have one other thing. We want to give this away.
Da-da-da-da.
This is a First Order Officer Stormtrooper. So this one has interchangeable pauldrons and also a blaster rifle and a blaster pistol. You can swap the arms out just like this other Stormtrooper. And we wanted to give something away as a thank you for being on all these streams with us. And so this is kind of like a, hey, if you're in the stream, you can enter the giveaway. So thanks for...
And it's been touched by both of us.
Just the box.
Yeah, just the box.
It's unopened otherwise. So thank you everyone for tuning into our live streams. And
if you want us to sign the box, we'll sign the box. You don't have to...
I mean, I guess.
I'm kidding. No one cares about our signatures.
Well, some people do, which always surprises me, but...
Jesse in the chat said, wait, I missed how to submit. There should be a link down below in the description. All you have to do is click on that, fill it out, right?
Yep, that's it.
And that just enters you...
There's not even anything to fill out. I think it's just, well, yeah, you put in your name and your email address so that we can contact you and get your shipping address.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll go... The link is just going to be live from now until about 9 p.m., because that's usually we stream for an hour and a half to 2.5 hours sometimes, so it'll be live until 9 p.m. That's how long you can enter, and we'll choose the winner tonight and get in touch with you.
I didn't think about this till now, but
oh yeah, I could have put it in the Nightbot.
should we We don't have a mod right now to do it. The one time I need a mod to do something. Do you know how to do it over there?
We'll just remind people. It's in the description.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll just try to remember every so often. Be like, hey, check out the description. Enter the giveaway.
I'm sure the more people that come in, I'll see it in the chat and I'll say more.
I'm gonna get building.
You get to building.
We're building more the front of the Falcon this time.
She's coming along.
Yeah, she's looking good.
But yeah, in case you're just tuning in, the link is in the description for the giveaway. And Sleep of Giants said, no mods, time for caps! Yeah, I don't know why Rain Man really hates...
He hates the caps lock.
When people...
I mean, as long as you're not spamming caps, it's fine. But, you know, sometimes you need caps for emphasis.
Sure.
Or for a joke.
Did you turn the air off?
Oh, yeah, I did.
I was like, it's warm in here.
Let me turn it back on.
What's up, Jesse Swift?
What's up, Jesse?
Chat, he entered to win. Who else have we got here? Let me scroll up. Oh, Reefton is here, but I think that was from earlier. I think he's gone to bed now. Laserbolt, Wolfboy, Anchorman.
Ron Burgundy?
I assume, yes, that's him. RD Films, Jane Dalton, Lancelot Boomstick, Doomslayer, Dan23,
The Boomstick's here?
Rick Villanueva. Yes, Boomstick is here.
Boomstick is working on something cool for me, and I can't wait to show it off. I cannot wait.
Cannot wait. Can I give a hint as to what it's
I feel like
about?
Sure. I don't know why I'm being cagey about it. Like, I feel like if you know what's...
It has to do with May the 4th.
Yeah. And if you... Except... It'll be May the 3rd this year, but... because so many other things are happening on May 4th already.
Oh, so we're... Okay.
Yeah, I thought
I didn't know the plan for that.
Yeah, we're already going to be doing Bad Batch stuff on May the 4th, so the canon timeline will be coming out on May 3rd this year. But it's going to look better than it ever has. Look at last year's video and just know that it looks like garbage compared to what Boomstick is doing.
Total garbage.
That's what I told him. He showed me what he's done, and I was like, I just looked at last year's video, and it's garbage.
Jesse asked if I prefer Mrs. Maverick or Mrs. Demon. Just Maverick. It's fine. Preferably, you have a flip-out fan, and you flip it out and fan yourself while you say Maverick, but, you know, that's...
Not everyone has extravagant fans.
Oh, thanks for the early birthday wishes. I still got a little ways to go.
It's like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. My birthday's not till the 1st.
Oh, but Jesse's birthday is around the same time.
Oh, nice. Well, happy early birthday to you, too. All right, let's get to some of these super chats, because we've already got a couple. 200 people in the chat. 68 likes. Let's bump those likes up, guys. No big deal if you don't want to, but it's there. Takes 2 seconds. First super chat, you said this was from earlier today, was from Brendan Bozarth. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but thanks for the super chat. Do you guys think Luke and Leia knew they were siblings? Did they ever have a moment like, that's your birthday? That's my birthday too. That's crazy. I don't think they really had time to talk about birthdays.
I'm trying to think if we've ever... I feel like we have seen people celebrating birthdays in Star Wars, but it's few and far between. It's not something that you hear about a whole lot, so I kind of agree. But I do hope... It would actually be great if they had written this into the comic or something. Just a bunch of hints that they were twins. And that it just goes over their heads every single time. I think I saw someone tweeting recently making a joke about, like, something similar. Do you think Luke and Leia ever had that Parent Trap moment where they both realized they were allergic to strawberries, and it made them think for a second.
Yeah. Someone in the chat asked how to use Super Chat. There's like a little money sign, $ button, and I think it's in the under the live chat. You just click that. Oh, what's up, Star Wars Re-Edited? Hello there. Oh, I didn't say that very good at all.
Yeah, if you're gonna say it,
Just
say
nothing.
it right.
Nothing behind it whatsoever. Hello there.
It's pretty good. You just get a little nasally with it.
Yeah. I am feeling a little bit nasally today. So. The pollen is still bad, if anyone was wondering. We're still suffering greatly from all the pollen. Him more so than I am, but I think it's supposed to rain a little bit today, so hopefully that'll wash some of that stuff away. Lawrence Fletcher, thanks for the super chat. Will we see any surviving Jedi in the Bad Batch?
I think so.
Other than Ahsoka, I assume.
Right. But I think I like the idea that they try to use the Bad Batch to like hunt some Jedi down, and they're not cool with that.
Not cool with that.
And maybe that's what causes a rift between them and the rest of the Empire. Because it looks like in the trailer that they go on the run. So what sparks that? And I like the idea that they refuse to. Hilo just sadly dropped a toy. Like, it's supposed to have a treat in it, but it doesn't. He's like, ugh. But I like the idea that they go on a Jedi hunt and then they don't do it. They don't go through with it.
Yeah, but like, who do you think we might see?
We know Quinlan Voss is still around. Oppo Rancisis was a confirmed Order 66 survivor. So anyone that it's someone that like they could bump into and the Jedi escapes, or maybe some of the other clones go through with it, but the Bad Batch says no.
Ooh, yeah, Jocasta Nu would be an interesting one.
I would be hesitant to say her just because of her role in the Darth Vader comics, but could take place before that.
Yeah. Oh, a couple of people mentioned the Star Wars Schmodown match that aired not too long ago today. I guess I will ask for no spoilers in the chat because I haven't personally watched it yet. I'm going to be doing my reaction to the match along with Jake and Brian on A Certain Point of View after this at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So I assume it's a good match. A lot of people have been talking about it, but
I also haven't watched it yet.
I'll go ahead and say like all the people that I don't think will be shown, but would be cool. Cal Kestis.
I actually think we might see Cal.
Really?
There's a
right
couple
off
shots.
The bat. I was like, "There's no way."
I know, right? There are a couple shots in the trailer where it looks like they're on Braca, which is where Cal is hiding for those 5 years. And I think I think it makes sense because Braca is a place where like the Republic is literally being dismantled, like Republic technology. So thematically, it kind of has this reason for the Bad Batch to be there. I don't think they'll see Cal and be like Jedi, but if you're going to Braca, you could just sneak some little redheaded kid like trying to hide. I think they could do it.
Yeah.
Will they? Maybe not. I also don't know for sure that that's Braca. I just think it is.
Caleb Dune and Depa Billaba?
Well, it depends on when this picks up, but
yeah.
Depa dies in Order 66. Caleb has his own adventure going on around this time, so I don't think he'll show up.
Yoda?
He should be in hiding. I wouldn't be surprised if the series gets into more Force-y stuff. Maybe he'd be in a vision kind of like he was in Rebels, but nah.
Baby Yoda?
There are rumors that he will be in it.
There certainly are.
I'm not. On the surface, I'm not really on board with it. But if I trust in the team. I'm sure they will do it in a way that I like it, but right off the bat, it makes me just think, oh, that's too corporate. That's just too much synergy. We're like, we got this baby that everyone's crazy about. Put him in everything.
Let's go back into this. Oh, Hitman Hudson, thanks for the super chat. Rail Avaros in the Bad Batch? Question mark.
There's another one.
Lux Bonteri, Dogma,
Ooh.
Masamita. So many characters we could possibly see. Who do you want to see in the Bad Batch?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep talking about this. So Rail, that's one I hadn't thought of. And that one makes sense to a degree. I wouldn't expect it just because he's a book character that not like people. The people watching this show are probably going to be big Clone Wars fans or new fans, like younger generation. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they're going to know who Rail Avaros is. They could always explain it.
He'd be a cool character no matter what, though.
Yeah, and it makes sense that he would survive because he wasn't, as far as we know, he wasn't part of the fighting. He was just kind of doing his own thing. Mm-hmm. So no clones around. That does make sense, but I'm not expecting it.
Jane makes a good point. Lux makes sense with Saw being there.
Lux, yes. That's the next on the list that Hudson mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes. Lux, I absolutely think we could see again because the latest we see him is after A New Hope in Battlefront 2. We know that he worked with Saw and the Partisans for a while. So yeah, I'm totally on board with Lux.
Dogma.
Yeah, I think that's a fun one. Just to... Yeah, because what I want this show to be partially about is Rex and the Bad Batch maybe helping their clone brethren take their chips out and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Dogma feels like a fun clone to follow up on. Since the last we saw him, he was being imprisoned for killing Krell.
Yeah. Masamita is a good one. I think that would be cool to see him. And like, I wonder what happened to him.
He stayed vice chair of the Empire until it fell. But in that last year, he was just kind of a figurehead. Like, he had no real power.
Well, he stayed loyal to the end. Good for him, I guess.
Well, he kind of was trying to surrender the whole time. The second he got a chance to surrender, he did. Mm.
Rick Villanueva, thanks for the super chat, says, "Hey gang, been thinking a lot about Celebration Chicago. Have a favorite memory? Behind meeting me and my son, of course. Cheers." Oh yeah, I saw he posted up that picture of us. That was so cute. His son was dressed as K2SO. He was acting very shy, but it was adorable. Oh man, just seeing everyone's posts about Celebration has just got me so pumped for Celebration next year. I know it's like so long away from now, but it's like, okay, unless things really go in the dirt, we have something to look forward to.
Favorite memory? I mean, I still have my phone lock screen as getting a piggyback ride from Donald Faison. And being up on this Celebration stage was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of my go-to one, is just kind of out of the blue, a week or two maybe before Celebration, getting asked to go on the StarWars.com live stage to... We didn't even really know what we were doing at first.
No, they said it was to break down the trailer.
Okay.
I feel like we knew that.
Right. So yeah, I was like sweating profusely. And then this was like right after the trailer dropped for episode 9, we ran and to go backstage, and then we were like the next people up to break down the trailer. And I was just like, once I got up there and I was holding the microphone, I was like, I like a Star Wars.
Yeah. Star Wars is neat, huh?
Rey can jump. Wow. Big wow. I feel like nothing I said made any sense. Thank goodness there were other people up there. Jermaine was up there. Haley was up there with us.
It was definitely something that just like flew by, and I don't really remember doing it. I know we did it. There's proof we did it.
There is proof we did
it. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah. That, honestly, just like meeting literally anyone who recognized us, getting to meet them was like, first off, shocking, the amount of people that recognized us, and everyone was so super nice. Especially at my very first Schmodown.
Yep.
Was at Celebration Chicago. We did the 5-way, and after that, I wasn't too crushed for my loss in that one, because honestly I didn't really have a ton of time to study for that, because I knew we were going to be working a lot at Celebration. But after that panel ended, I got to meet a bunch of cool fans, one being a very young girl. I think she was maybe 6,
if that.
Maybe like 5 or 6. She was adorable. She was dressed like Rey. She set out she was my biggest fan, and I just about cried. I could talk forever about how cool Celebration was. I hope that all of you get to go.
Me too.
At some point. And
in about a year. A little over a year.
Oh, we might be buffering a little bit. Should be okay now.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, and then we had tickets to do the Disneyland thing too. Disney at night.
You mean this year? Last year.
Last year, yeah. So I hope we get to do that next year.
Yeah.
Again. But yeah, so many cool memories. Ooh, Caleb Diaz, thanks for the super chat. Says, hey, just got my own Captain Cardinal helmet too.
Nice.
That one was, when we were doing the charity stream last weekend, that one was not too uncomfortable to wear. You can't see out of it.
One of the better ones, yeah.
Really. The most comfortable was probably the Boba Fett one, but...
Oh, really? I think the Biggs helmet's easily the best to wear.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true, but... Of the ones that cover your whole face.
Yeah.
Although you couldn't see out of the Boba Fett one either.
Kylo Ren was the hardest, I think. You have to, like, really look down.
Yeah. Isaac in the chat says, looks like the Falcon is almost somewhat complete. Yes.
This is bag 14 out of 17, so 3 more weeks after this one.
Almost.
And this feels like a good time to quickly just remind everyone we're doing a giveaway. Click the link in the description if you want to win this First Order Stormtrooper officer from Gentle Giant. I saw that tip forward. I know you were just trying to... But my heart skipped a beat.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway just for the stream, just for the next hour or two. The link is in the description box below. Thank you, Gentle Giant, for sending us some amazing gifts. Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
With 2 A's at the end. Thanks for the super chat. Do we know what the High Republic symbol is supposed to be? It looks kind of like my fan.
Yeah.
It looks like a fan.
No, I guess not. I put them all back there. I don't even know if the symbol's on that one. Might be like on a chapter page or something.
Oops.
There you go. That's kind of it. That's most of it.
It looks like a weed of
It
some
kind of
kind,
does.
or like a flower. It's like the blossoming of the Jedi.
Or maybe you're right with the weed thing because of the Dringir, and it's like this weed takes root in the Jedi Order and the Republic during the High Republic. I don't know.
The Drengir.
The meat-eating plant things.
I haven't read.
You haven't read the comics.
No.
Nah.
Sorry.
Um,
I read like one or two.
I've told you about the Dringir.
Meat-eating plants?
Yeah, they're like spooky plant people. They have tentacles,
They
and
do
that's what they
this?
look like.
Oh.
But no, I don't think. I just think it's a cool-looking symbol. Should find like someone who like studies iconography.
Yeah.
And be like, what is this?
Someone
What's it
said
saying?
it might be an early incarnation of the Galactic Senate symbol. Yeah, I think all the symbols are like a little bit similar.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks and feels Star Warsy, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you what exactly it's supposed to be or represent.
Yeah. Red Tornado 98, thanks so much for the super chat. Just scored a shirt that has all the Knights of Ren weapons. It's pretty great. Oh, that's a lot of weapons. Michelle Cobb, thank you for the super chat. Revisionist history. Yoda's "No, there is another" is a reference to Ezra, not Leia, which is why Obi-Wan thought Luke was their last hope. Thoughts?
I'm trying to
You've
follow
broken.
that. Hold on. Yoda's saying that's about Ezra, which is why.
I think it's still Leia because he wanted to originally train Leia
Yeah.
and not Luke.
Also, Obi-Wan did meet Ezra, so there's that too. But no, I think that they're not gonna. I don't think there will be any revisionist history on stuff that like George intended, because that was. I don't think in The Empire Strikes Back he was going. When Yoda says there is another, he means Leia, but he did mean Luke's sister. Like,
Yeah.
from what I recall, is that in Return of the Jedi, he was planning to have like this whole plot where Luke found out he had a sister, and it got a little bit out of hand, and he was like, let's just condense this, make Leia the sister. So, yeah, that's all I think that was.
Yeah. I mean, I could see some people making this their headcanon, which is fine, but like you said, Obi-Wan had met Ezra. If you read Yoda's... Is it Yoda's story in a certain point of view?
Mm-hmm.
He talks about how he would have rather trained Leia and not Luke. So I still think, depending on what content you've read and watched...
Or
It
maybe
could
Yoda was like,
mean
no,
different
there is
things.
another, and then it cuts, and then he keeps on going, but we just don't see it. He's like, there is another, like a lot more.
Like, there's
Ahsoka's
plenty.
out there, Ezra's out there. Like, don't worry, Obi-Wan.
I like that better. What's up, John Booze? Sleep of Giants, name all the Knights of Ren weapons.
Oh God.
Trudgeon's weapon.
Trudgeon has the big Buster sword.
Applek's weapon.
There you go. I think Vikrol is the sniper. One of them's got like a little blaster arm. There's the Mandalorian axe.
Ooh, who has that? Is that Ushar? Or Kuruk?
I don't remember.
I'm just naming
I know.
names.
I don't remember whose weapon belongs to who.
Oops.
That's my next thing. I can name the Knights of Ren. I could not point them all out to you.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't tell you who's who.
I highly doubt they would ask that in any kind of trivia because...
I mean, they'd absolutely do that. Dragon Con, show you a Knight of Ren.
Oh, yeah. At Dragon Con, sure. I keep forgetting.
I do like that about the Dragon Con trivia, is that visual component.
I really hope I get to go up on... Like, if Dragon Con happens in person, I really hope I get to go up on stage. I've never been up on stage.
You're ready.
I got to play last year. I think they just let me play out of pity. I mean, I scored...
I don't think it was out of pity.
I scored high enough, but it was like right at the threshold, I think. I don't know. It's the books and the comics stuff that gets me in that stupid test. Anyways. Oh, what's up, PLD? Thanks for the super chat. A, what is the chance that Talon Card gets brought into canon? B, can I get Ed Harris in Star Wars, please? My mind would be blown.
Talon Card is someone I think would be pretty easy to translate into canon. Like, he's a smuggler. Like, he would fit perfectly in The Mandalorian, especially if they're gonna... I don't think they're gonna do Heir to the Empire with Thrawn in live action, but Heir to the Empire-esque-ish, like, kind of inspired by.
Yeah.
Thrawn returns after years of absence, and it's 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Like, yeah, get Talon Card in there.
Get him in there. Why not? And Ed Harris, I'm sure he could fit... He could play Rail Avaros if he was much older.
I'd see him as like a... He would have been a good person to play Draven, in my opinion. But I like Alexander Petrie. I thought he did but like a character like that, kind of a angrier rebel general, I could see him doing that. Kind
of like a stodgy, like... Not stuck up, but a seasoned veteran.
I know him best from The Rock, and so that's just how I envision him. Just kind of like that kind of, I'll do whatever it takes to get the job done kind of general.
Yeah.
But he still does have a moral code.
Yes. Rick Villanueva, thanks for the super chat. Another super chat. Did you know that Oppa Rancisis was Yaddle's Padawan? I had no idea. Confirmed by Kelly Knox on StarWars.com.
I saw that today. I can't remember if that was in Legends or not. I feel like it was, but I didn't look into it anymore.
So if Oppa Rancisis is still alive, then potentially we could get some stories about Yaddle. Where are my Yaddle stories?
We don't know what happened to Yaddle in canon after episode 1. She could be anywhere.
Well, because her comic is not canon?
No. There was a comic that kind of told her origin story in Legends, but yeah, that's not canon.
It was a cool story, though. She saved, like, a whole town. Right. Hitman Hudson in the chat, hashtag release the Yaddle cut. I agree. Like, what if Yaddle was the Yoda in all those movies, and Yoda was just kind of off to the side?
You mean just what if they switched roles?
Yeah.
Sure.
What could have been. Not what should have been, what could have been. Nesty, thanks for the super chat, says, hello guys. Do you think that the Kenobi series will retcon what Vader said in A New Hope in regards of his last meeting with Obi-Wan. The last time I felt it was in the presence of my old master. Thanks and much love.
Well, isn't that... He'd still be in the presence of his old master, Obi-Wan. So, like, I don't think that changes anything, but there's the later line where he said, when we last met, I was but the learner, now I am the master.
Mm-hmm.
That might have a different meaning, but if it does, I think we're just going to have to ignore it. But it depends on how the fight goes, because, like, if Vader...
He could be referring to being the learner of the Emperor.
Maybe. I've always interpreted it as, like, the last time we fought on
Sure.
Mustafar,
Yeah.
I was still kind of your apprentice, even though he wasn't. I was still learning. But, yeah, I mean, I that phrase has already kind of changed in its meaning thanks to Revenge of the Sith, and the more I just accept the fact that Star Wars is a mythology, the less I care about little continuity things like that. Like, these are just legends.
I agree.
And there's, like, obviously I do my best to try to make it all fit and stuff, but, like, when it gets a little jumbled, be like, oh well.
Yeah. We can all move on and still have a good time. We are up to 300 people watching now, 143 likes.
That's a
Guys,
good reminder for the
get those likes up.
for the
and
giveaway.
we are doing a giveaway. If you haven't heard from earlier, the link to enter is in the description. All you gotta do is check out that link, and this is what we're giving away. It's a Gentle Giant Star Wars First Order Stormtrooper Officer, a 1/6 scale mini bust, and it comes with different pauldrons
And arms.
so he's posable.
Not posable so much
well,
as...
he's got different poses.
Yes. I didn't want someone to be like, he's posable, and then break the arm off.
Sure. James Alder, thanks for the super chat.
Oh my god. I've been looking for this. Sorry. I've been looking for this one piece for a while, and then I realized it wasn't... It was this long piece, not a tiny piece. Anyway, sorry.
Rude.
Sorry.
James Adler says, would you be excited to see more of the Resistance characters in future content of The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett, like Griff or Captain Doza?
Sure. Captain Doza, I think, makes sense. Yeager makes sense. I'd love to see Kaz again, but he's too young for The Mandalorian. I'd be down to see anyone from that show pop up again.
Yeah, I feel like we had kind of speculated that we'd see Captain Doza in like a couple of things here and there, and I still think we could see him pop up in something, just because he had history with like the rebellion and stuff, and
Well,
he also had history with Black Spire, didn't he?
are you talking about Yeager or Doza?
Oh, maybe.
Doza was the...
Oh, I'm thinking of Yeager.
yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah, he was on Batuu with his family. Yeager was on Batuu with his family, and was at the Battle of Jakku. Doza was the Imperial who defected,
That's
but was a good dude. But yeah, either one of them. And Yeager is someone who, like, I think Scott... it's not Scott Derrickson. That's a director. The person who voiced Yeager, I'm like, oh yeah, he could play Yeager. So,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. We talked about maybe seeing him pop up somewhere, just because he has that history. But yeah, I still think we've said this before, but like lost opportunity for us to see or even get a mention of the Colossus or some of the characters in episode 9, because apparently they were there.
you can see the the fireball. The fireball is in a shot like that, which annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do it, do it. Show me.
Laser Sword says Kaz would be perfect for live action if Rogue Squadron is set post-Tross.
I agree. They'd have to, I think, tone Kaz down for live action, which is fine because
Sure.
like animation, different medium.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'd love to see Christopher Sean play Kaz in live action.
Bakey, thanks for the super chat. A communications disruption could only mean one thing: invasion. Dash Jedi Padawan Ram Jamaram. Jamaram?
Oh, he's... that's actually very clever. So, Ram is going to be the protagonist of Race to Crash Point Tower, Daniel Jose Older's middle grade book that's coming out. But his story is centered around him getting realizing there's a communications disruption and like having to solve it, and him noting that like, oh, a communications disruption means we're about to be attacked.
Interesting. Yeah, perfect excuse to reuse that line. Bakey says, I win. Alex called me clever. Marlon Rando, thanks for the super chat. Trivia. What planet is Galen Erso hiding on at the beginning of Rogue One? Lama Su?
Oh. Close.
What is it called?
Lamu.
Lamu, yeah. What is Lama Su?
That's Kaminoan, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Tanwi. Is it Lamasu or...
Can you tell that I have not even looked at any Star Wars trivia within like the past 3 months?
You still knew it. It was in there.
I think if I had gotten that as a Schmodown question, I would have said Lama Su in my head and then been like, wait a second, that's not right. We all just, well, I think out loud on these streams, and Llama Stew. Why do they have to make names so similar like that? I mean...
let's write a letter to George.
You're like barely in frame over there.
I gotta read all these instructions that are way over there.
Sorry.
They're hard to see.
Jeez Louise. Or I could have just given you the wrong answer because I'm trying to make people think that I've forgotten everything.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know the truth. Sleep of Giants, thanks so much for the super chat. Dream Lego, favorite condiment. Here's a money.
Start with favorite condiment.
Ooh, favorite condiment.
I think mustard for me.
This is a tough one because as a kid, I was like ketchup on everything. And like a lot of ketchup. But now...
We have a lot of different types of mustard.
We do. I love mustard a whole bunch, like especially on sandwiches, but if we're gonna go off what I would use the most or like get the most use out of for the rest of my life, I'd say maybe sriracha. I put that in a lot of things.
That's true.
But I wouldn't put it on a sandwich, and I do love a good sandwich. Sriracha?
Spicy sandwich sometimes?
Maybe. I would probably mix it and make like sriracha mayonnaise or something. Put that on there. But yeah, mustard's a good one. I love like a good warm pretzel with mustard. But yeah, what kind of mustard? I would go spicy brown mustard.
I'd probably just go regular yellow mustard. I mean, I only ever think, when I hear condiments, I immediately think hot dog. And I just put mustard on my hot dogs. I'm a mustard man. Call me Colonel Mustard.
Okay. Well, on my hot dogs, I will put ketchup and mustard and relish. Those are like my go-tos. If there happens to be freshly sliced white onions, I'll put some of those on.
Well, that's if there's the chance for a fancy hot dog like a chili or a slaw dog, then that's what I get. If we're just at a barbecue where it's like the main condiments are there, just mustard.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
I also eat my hot dogs like a little kid. I don't do the bun most of the time. I just cut it up and dip it in all the condiments. Use a fork. Same with my hamburgers. Oh, and Dream Lego.
Oh, right. I'd love a UCS Indiana Jones set of some kind. I don't know what. Maybe the Flying Wing or... That's like, I feel like I missed out on the Lord of the Rings and the Indiana Jones sets. And now you can only get them at ludicrous prices.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'd want to just, even if it's a set they've already come out with, like, give me something indie and I'll build it.
I'm trying to think of stuff that I like, because, like... Maybe, what was her name?
What is her name?
From the Dark Crystal.
Oh. I have no idea.
The old woman. Oh, I want to say Oga, but that's probably not right.
I do not know.
I should know, but because this was like one of my favorite movies as a kid, but from the original The Dark Crystal, her big, huge, kind of like turning...
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
That would be a cool Lego set.
Yeah.
Madame Orgra? Ogra? Okay, I was close. Ogra. Yeah. Yeah. Some people said Uragra, some people said Ogra. Speaking of that, this would be very, very similar to, but like the Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow.
The spinning thing.
That would be absurd. Like, to have also things you could turn to make the castles come out of the ground and stuff.
Come on.
Come on.
It's, you know what? I'm so sad about Game of Thrones because I loved it so, so much. And the last season just ripped my heart out and went over it with a steamroller.
Honestly, I think the problem was that it was just too fast. I think that if they had taken the time to do more episodes and showed Dany in more of a descent, I think it would have been an easier pill to swallow. But yeah, like, I'm not excited for the upcoming Game of Thrones prequel series.
Well, I would say the idea of a prequel, I do think
I'll watch it.
I'm still excited for the idea of a prequel, but just the way that they handled her character, yeah, if they would have changed things, small things here and there, more to make her character more kind of like hateable, I guess the end would have made sense. But I loved her character so much, and I wanted her to like succeed, and then she just like takes it too far, and that's it.
I think I get what they were going for, kind of like this. Maybe you shouldn't have been cheering for her this whole time to kill and murder everybody, but it's like...
Okay, Michelle, I agree with you. I wasn't surprised that she burned the place to the ground, because that was her whole spiel the whole time. And I was like, yeah, she did it. I mean, maybe I'm a bad person, but I was pretty psyched to see that happen. Yeah.
I don't know. It's not even like it's a lot of stuff when it comes to Game of Thrones that just felt like out of the blue. Like, who has a better story here than Bran? You're like, we didn't even see him for like 2 seasons.
I know. Bran, like, really? Okay.
We didn't see him because his story was boring at that point in time.
Anyways,
I'm excited to...
I could talk a lot about...
I'm excited for the Game of Thrones prequel series because I assume we'll talk about it with Ken a lot.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Rain Man? Fully vaccinated Rain Man is here. Since you're just joining us, Rain Man, the giveaway that we're doing, the link to enter is down below in the description box. All you gotta do is click on the link and put your info in, and that enters you to win this Gentle Giant First Order Stormtrooper Officer. What's this called? Bust?
Yeah.
And then we showed the other one that we have that is similar. It's got a nice weight to it, and it's like the details are really nice. I know everyone's afraid of me dropping it.
Do you see my eyes like every time you go over the Falcon? I'm like,
So yeah, if you're interested, the link is only going to be live for the giveaway during this live stream, so check it out. Where are we at? I lost my spot. Grant. Thank you for the super chat, Grant. What advice do you have for learning Arabesh? I want to learn it for my trip to Galaxy's Edge.
That's a good place to learn it for.
Yeah, just study it a lot. Like, write out phrases in Arabesh, and then just every once in a while read them.
I mean, I'll just say I'm still not fluent in it, if you want to call it that. Like,
yeah,
I can usually struggle my way through a sentence. Like, I know enough letters that I can then fill in the gaps and figure out what the letters I can't remember mean. Learn the vowels first. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah, because a lot of times if you can read the vowels in something, you can kind of fill the rest in.
Yep, and that's only 6 letters.
Yeah.
A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y, yeah.
And also, maybe like go through the whole alphabet and, I don't know, find a word that starts with each letter of the alphabet and write it out in Arabic so you know what that first letter is. Because then if you know the first letter, the vowels, again, just piecing things together. The letters like, yeah, E and Y.
What else is... there's also... Not all of them kind of match, but some of them do. Some of them you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's a T. And if you can just remember the ones that actually kind of match a real world letter, that helps a lot, and they're easier to remember.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, someone said like Wheel of Fortune, RSTLN.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
What is that?
Like Wheel of Fortune gives you the most common letters,
Oh.
which I think are... I think that's what they're doing.
RSTLNE.
I think that's because they're common letters and they don't want people to waste their time
Yeah.
guessing them. I don't watch enough Wheel of Fortune to know that. But.
Yeah, I don't either. I would always kind of zone out during Wheel of Fortune until Jeopardy came on. Amy Catherine, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but have you been on Rise of the Resistance, going to Galaxy's Edge for the second time soon and hoping to get on? We have not.
Not yet. Haven't been able to go since it opened up.
Yeah, we went to Galaxy's Edge early on, a couple years ago, back when you had to, like, you were only allowed to go during a reserve time. That was the first time and only time that I've been. He's been one other time. And yeah, haven't been since then. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we might be planning to go later this year. I see a lot of people, or I know a lot of people that are like trying to get tickets to go as soon as possible because I know it's opening up soon. But
I think Cubs fan Han went today.
Really? Yep. Okay, so maybe it's already open. But yeah, maybe sometime in the fall, we might plan a trip to go. But if it's your going to... Oh, you're going for the second time, hoping to get on, yeah. Hopefully you do. I don't know if they're still doing like a raffle type situation to be able to go get on that ride, but...
I've heard it's like just one of the most amazing theme park rides ever.
Yes. Same Z's.
We're gonna be working on just... We get fully vaccinated next week.
Monday.
And then it's like, okay, now we can start hanging out with our vaccinated friends, which already feels weird.
I'm going so hard on my birthday. We're going to have people over, friends over to the house that have also been fully vaccinated. It's going to be a hoot. Maybe we could vlog it.
If you want.
It's because, like, if we've done anything with other people, it's always been like, oh, I don't want to take pictures and, like, show off that we took a chance and, like, hung out with people. So now that we can say we are all fully vaccinated and that we had people over at the house and everything was fine, I said, oh, knock on wood, everything was fine. Got another super chat from Hitman Hudson. So, like, the prophecy in Master and Apprentice, what did the egg mean? Will you ever release another video about it?
I have no idea what that egg means. So I probably won't until I have an idea. But to be honest, I haven't thought about it really since Master and Apprentice. I don't even remember what my guess was. It's probably a metaphorical egg, but I don't know. I think Claudia Gray was just having fun writing crazy sounding prophecies.
Yeah, I barely remember the egg. I did read this book, but I barely remember the egg.
It wasn't a big part. It was just like Qui-Gon going through a bunch of prophecies, and that was one of the ones he listed off. So it wasn't like a crazy important thing that you should remember. It was just one of those things that, Star Wars fans latch onto.
Oh, I see Therol is in the chat, and we missed a Streamlabs from you last week. Sorry about that. We typically don't check the Streamlabs during our LEGO streams because we're checking super chats, but you remember what it was?
Yeah, their question was, if the Schmodown factions were Star Wars factions, who would be what? So who would the dungeon be? It's got to be...
The dungeon would be
It's got to be like the Hutt
smugglers.
clans, right? Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Scum and villainy.
Scum and villainy. Corruption would be the Empire.
Quirky Mercs would be like bounty hunters, I assume. But like a fun group.
No, they're like...
Quirky Mercs. Mercs is in the title.
But they're all about like having fun and being good guys.
So, the rebels?
Or they're just like regular citizens trying to have a good time and not worry about war.
I think they'd be a group of fun-loving bounty hunters.
Okay.
They would be the robot chicken version of the bounty hunters.
Yeah. What about the stars?
We're an interesting group because it's like some faces, some heels. I don't know, that's tough.
You could be kind of... I'm going back to Resistance. You could be like the crew, the Colossus, kind of like a mishmash of but like a crew of a ship that you got your this and you got your that and you got your guy that talks a lot and runs his mouth and you got...
How about just Mandalorians?
Okay.
Because we're like, not all Mandalorians are good, not all of them are bad.
Mm-hmm. Finstock would be all... Finstock is all of Palpatine's advisors. Because they're also bougie.
Okay, yeah. I get it, and I like it. I didn't get it at first, but that's funny.
Yeah. I guess that would make...
Or Canto Bite.
I guess that would make Gucci Palpatine.
Yeah. Well, if he can ever pull off some crazy manipulation like Palpatine can,
yeah.
I'll be very impressed.
The usual suspects would probably also be...
That could be the Rebellion or the Jedi, because they're supposed to be faces, right?
I mean, that's what the Quirky Mercs are, too.
All right, they can be the Rebellion. Quirky Mercs can be Rebellion.
Swag would be...
The Partisans. Good guys, but they're still kind of extreme. Not extreme, but edgier.
Yeah. They have to be like a little bit flashy. The Separatists.
Flashy. I don't know, I could still see... I mean, Saw Gerrera's partisans aren't flashy, but they're noticeable. They're loud.
They're loud. Did we hit all of them? What am I forgetting?
I don't know.
Oh, the den. The den.
Oh.
Is,
Nexu. Geonosians.
Oh! Yeah, the den can be the Geonosians, I guess. Michelle Cobb, thanks for another super chat. What do you think Vader did with Ahsoka's lightsaber?
I bet he kept it somewhere. I don't think he'd get rid of them. Or it.
I saw this, when this question popped up in the chat, people were kind of talking about it, and someone said he sold it on eBay. And I liked that idea. Yeah.
I think he'd keep it.
I think he would keep it too, just like...
As a trophy.
But also kind of like...
That's what he tells Palpatine. It's a trophy.
Yeah. Every once in a while he like picks it up and is like...
I'm sad.
I'll miss her. Oh, what's up, Brian? Brian Avocado. Apparently that was a nickname he had. Well, I shouldn't talk about this because it's part of our Q&A for the patrons.
That's just a taste.
Go check out Certain Point of View Patreon. Anyone $5 and up gets the Q&A. I gets to ask Q&A questions. I don't know. It's a fun time. We talk about our nicknames. We talk about food that we hate. And, I mean, a lot of deep discussions about food. Anyways. Darth Eloy just sent in a super chat with no message. So if you have a message for us, let us or one of the mods know. But thank you. Ben Potter, thanks for the super chat, has some trivia. Who was the first pod racer to crash in the Bunta Eve Classic?
I was gonna let you go first if you wanted.
The first to crash.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ben Quadraneros doesn't really crash. He just blows his power coupling.
Uh-huh.
And Rats Tyrell?
I believe he's second.
I can't remember.
Mahonic.
That's right. So
Sebulba smashes him into the...
That one always confuses me because he finishes the race.
Mahonic does? Is he listed as finishing it?
Yeah.
What'd he do, run? His pod gets destroyed. I believe you.
I'll double check, but I could be thinking of someone else. Again, this is all a ruse to make you guys think that I've forgotten all my trivia. Until while I'm doing that, Jalen Brooks, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts on the Logan movie?
Like Logan, the X-Men movie?
I assume that's what that means.
Love it.
Love it.
I thought it was great.
Super good. Such a good movie. Perfect movie to go hard and go like fully rated R with. But also, just the end is so sad.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it, but we've seen it 2 or 3 times. And I just remember liking it a lot.
Yeah, Logan is fantastic. I love the little girl, I forget her name, but she did such a good job.
Mm-hmm. Daphne, I'm trying to remember. Daphne something.
No, okay. I must be thinking of a different pod racer because now I'm just looking through this. Nah.
Well, I'm just about done with this set. Or not the set, this bag.
Okay. Jedi Mullet 77, thanks for the super chat. Where did the White Walkers and the Army of the Dead get the giant chains to pull the dead dragon out of the frozen lake? Good questions. They have their ways.
Chains lying around, I guess.
Yeah. There were White Walker giants, and they probably used big giant chains for stuff.
They must have just been carrying stuff around.
They weren't like full-on zombies. They were smart and knew how to use rudimentary tools.
There we go. Oh, man. Definitely shouldn't have this left over.
Every time.
Hold on. Maybe it's not done.
Dragonus Prime, thanks for the super
it's
chat.
done.
It's ya boy. What Star Wars movie would you want that we probably won't see? I'd love a horror movie with surviving Jedi where Vader is the monster. That's like a very popular thing, is like people really want to see Vader hunting down people in a specifically rated R fashion.
I mean, it makes sense. He's a very, like, Michael Myers, Freddy kind of just unstoppable monster. Like, I understand the connection, but I really liked Kevin Scott's take on a Star Wars horror movie where he's like, he's a huge horror fan and was like, I don't think you can go full horror with Star Wars because so much of it is about hope, and to him horror is about the absence of hope. And he thinks that it would take away from Star Wars if you went too far that direction.
Yeah.
Star Wars has done some horror stuff, but never strayed too far that way. But I mean, that's probably why the question was worded that way. Something you want but probably won't get.
I would want a Tag and Bink comedy. Where
That's good.
It's just like
That's
we're
good.
jumping from era to era. It doesn't make any sense. Tag and Bink's age would be vastly different. What'd you just do?
I don't know. Went too hard.
Oh no. Did any of that fall on the floor?
Probably.
Where's Nemo? He's not even in here. He must be on the bed. But yeah, I think it would be just hilarious to have just like a full-on slapstick comedy with Tag and Bink and have them show up in just like all these different places that we know and have already seen happen in Star Wars. That, or like a full-on Lego Star Wars movie, kind of like the Lego Batman movie.
That's okay.
Those are so good.
That's now my answer. I would want that so much. I love the Lego movies.
The Lego movies are so funny.
Even Ninjago. I don't know anything about Ninjago, but the Lego Ninjago movie, I was like, I watched it on a plane and I was like, this is fun.
And I honestly can't say that we won't get that because we got the Lego Holiday Special. And,
That's true.
you know,
Oh, that's why that happened.
we got some F's in the chat for what you did.
It's okay, I fixed it. Still have some pieces that need to go somewhere, but
Grant GA, thanks for the super chat, says, hi, hope all is well. Do you think we'll ever get a Deadpool-like Star Wars movie? Maybe Darth Revan with Keanu Reeves? Just a thought.
like a hold on, like where Revan is Deadpool? Or do you mean R-rated?
A Deadpool-like Star Wars movie. Maybe Darth Revan with Keanu Reeves.
See, like if you're gonna go Deadpool with Star Wars, like, to me, you do what you just said, and you do Tag and Bink. Someone who's breaking the fourth wall a lot. Mm-hmm. Or if we were to ever get really weird with metachlorians and go, like George Lucas talked about, he's wanted to explore like the Force at a microbiological level. And two of my favorite stories in both of the From a Certain Point of View books are from the Wills, where they are going through and writing the crawls. And one of them is writing, and he's like, this is great. And the other one is why did you put 4 dots there? And like, none of this makes sense. What is this about? Like, I love the idea of critiquing Star Wars as it's happening.
Darth Revan was a hot topic the past day or two.
All over Twitter today. He's blowing up.
I wouldn't care for a Darth Revan movie.
I still think... I just don't think they're going to do Revan in the new canon for exactly the part of the reason that he was trending today, or she, is because everyone sees Revan differently. Revan is the player character. That's the point. And so there is
did they make Revan canonically a male?
Yes, in Legends, yes. So
in canon?
No.
Okay.
Revan exists in canon by name only so far, but it stands to reason a Sith Lord named Revan is in Star Wars. But I don't think they're going to specify anything about them, and I think that's smart because the point of KOTOR is that, like, you are Revan, and you make Revan who you want them to be.
Okay, so we should make Revan canon, and it should be the first non-binary Star Wars character.
I mean, that's the more nebulous you can make them in Star Wars, I think the better. Like, Revan is the most openly accepting character to anyone, not as a person because they were a Sith Lord, but like literally anyone can put themselves into Revan's shoes. That's what the game is for.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if Revan is male or female. It doesn't matter if he's light or dark in the end. Like, you can do what you want with him in the story. And so I kind of think that's what they should do, is leave it at that. Just be like, someone named Revan existed, and legend has it they did this or that, and someone could be like, I heard Revan was a girl, and somehow I heard they were a guy, and like, we can talk about Revan but never nail it down, because then all of those personal stories that people told for themselves still exist, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
I do too. I agree. Why not? Oh, someone in the chat brought up Tarek and Sarat. They are non-binary characters. I meant more like if they were gonna make something live action. But yeah, no. If I said first non-binary, I was wrong. Where am I? Oh, Darth Eloy, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, who sent in a super chat earlier, sent us their message, and it says, most and least favorite arcs of the Clone Wars. Also, Grant meant R-rated. Oh, I see. So, like, an R-rated Deadpool kind of style movie.
That's it always happens. We talk about the whole R-rated thing in our Q&A this week. So
yeah. Oh yeah. So Saturday you'll hear our thoughts on stuff that is R-rated, but essentially, why does Star Wars need an R-rated anything? Just for more violence, more bloodshed? Is that what Star Wars is about? I don't know. But favorite and least favorite Clone Wars arcs, I will say, I love all the Night Sister stuff. Obviously I love all of Ahsoka's stuff.
Do you have like a favorite set of 4 or 3 episodes?
I don't know that I do yet, because we're still going through our rewatch, and I don't think I can form an educated opinion on that until I finish our rewatch. Because there are still episodes I've never seen. But least favorite... maybe the blue virus arc. I don't know. It's like, it's hard because my least favorite ones I just forget about.
Right.
What do you think?
I think I got that right. I think my favorite is still Maul and the Shadow Collective. I really like everything with Savage, and I like the way that it ends in that arc. And least favorite?
Can I say that my favorite is all of the last season?
No, that's cheating. Like, the one that jumps out at me for least favorite is D Squad, which we're coming up on. But knowing that that's George Lucas's favorite, like, I'm really looking forward to watching it again and just trying to understand it more and have a more open mind.
Get in George's head.
Yeah. Just, I want to have an open mind and rewatch it and see what I think of it another time around. Because it's like, the first time I watched the Clone Wars, it was just to watch it. And the second time, it's like, I'm trying to understand it, and we're going into the themes and everything every episode.
Mm-hmm. Wolfboy762, thanks for the super chat. Have you guys made a prediction list for Return of the Jedi's from a certain point of view book yet? Not a list.
I think we've talked about it before.
We've brought up a couple of things, one of which I said that there should be an Ahsoka story.
Yes,
like towards,
that's a good one.
Towards the end, after we get Anakin back and he dies, I think we should get an Ahsoka story where maybe Anakin visits her, or she just, like, feels his death in the Force or something. I just
gave myself chills. Like, what if the story is about her doing whatever she's doing at that point in time, and, like, she feels a shift in the Force, and she doesn't know what it is, and then, like, the last line is she heard a voice behind her that said, like, "Hey, Snips."
Aww.
And that's, we know what it is, but...
Although, I feel like if we get that story, I would want them to tell a story of a conversation that they had.
That's where I stop, only because I'm like, now I don't know what to do. Like, leaving it open to interpretation is more... Because that conversation has to live up to some expectations.
Sure.
But a more capable writer. Give it to Claudia Gray or Charles Soule, or, like, give it to someone who's not me, and or it would probably turn out great.
Or the story itself could just be like all of Ahsoka's favorite moments with Anakin that she's remembering after she realizes or finds out that he's died. And then, yeah, we get that at the end. That'd be good. Oh, DJ Kento sent in a super chat and just said, "Hey friends, hope you're having a lovely week."
Hope you are too, DJ.
Lovely so far. Still need that pollen to get...
Yeah, the pollen is the only thing.
GTFO pollen. Psychopather, thanks for the super chat. Trivia, how are you doing today? Honestly, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I felt like I accomplished a lot more yesterday than I have today so far. But I got a lot of sleep last night.
We made 4 videos today. You accomplished a lot.
You made most of them.
You were here. You were involved. We shot 4 videos.
Yeah. I mean, the day is definitely not over, but
You're about to do a show.
I am about to do a show. I did laundry. I vacuumed. We got a new vacuum, guys. It's amazing. It's the cordless Dyson.
Honestly, it is.
Highly recommend.
It's awesome. We
got it solely, well, not solely for this purpose.
No, pretty much for only this reason.
But pretty much only because we were like, we need something really powerful that's compact. So like the cordless, the one you can take like the big long piece out and it becomes like this big. And we literally just vacuum our bed.
Because Hilo sheds all over it.
Every night before we get in it, we just run the vacuum all over the fitted sheet and the comforter because Hilo sleeps in the bed with us, and
he's a hairy boy.
You wouldn't think he sheds that much, but he does a lot. My goodness.
I'm doing well. You got to say how you're doing.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty emotionally, mentally. I'm doing well. Physically, allergies are kind of messing with me, but it's passing, I think. We're coming out the other end. We're starting to, anyway.
You just needed a beer.
It didn't hurt.
Real quick, before I read these last couple of the super chats, I'm going to mention once again, for those of you who have tuned in since the last we brought it up, we are doing a giveaway. And all you have to do to enter is check out the link in the description. You just click on the link, you fill out your information, and it puts you in the giveaway.
Yep.
For this.
It's a First Order Stormtrooper officer from Gentle Giant.
And it's pretty cool.
If it's anything like this one, which it should be, it is very cool. Interchangeable arms. You can change out what weapons they're holding and stuff.
Yeah.
The head comes off too. There's nothing to change for that, but it does do that.
And so that giveaway is only going to be, or that giveaway link is only going to be live as long as we're alive here. Oh,
I thought you said as long as we're alive.
As long as we're alive.
No, I'll leave it up until 9.
Okay.
That's what I set it to go to.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then it's gonna be live till 9. Michelle Cobb with another super chat. Thank you so much, Michelle. 2 yes or no questions. 1, do you guys think Palpatine killed Padme? And 2, do you think Jason Syndulla ever studied under Luke?
To Palpatine killing Padme, I say no, but if that's your headcanon, go for it.
I say no to both of these.
I don't hate that theory at all, but I don't think that was what Lucas was intending. I think that Padme died because of Anakin's fall. I think that's what Lucas wanted. If he had wanted, the theory being that Palpatine was like siphoning Padme's life away to keep Anakin alive. I don't hate the theory. If it makes you happy, believe it all you want.
Yeah,
But it's just, I think Lucas would have made it explicitly true if that's what he wanted.
Yeah. I think, like, Padme's death means more about Anakin's vision about her dying and everything that led to than anything else, because the
self-fulfilling prophecy.
The robot medical droid is like, medically there's nothing wrong with her, but we're losing her. So it's kind of like,
which still is like, okay.
Yeah. It's just that vision that he had, whatever that was, prophecy wise, like it was going to happen no matter what. And
well, I disagree. I think it was that's like the self-fulfilling prophecy trope where you have a vision of the future and you do everything you possibly can to avoid it, and in doing so you make it happen. Yeah,
then that's what I meant. Like,
I thought you were saying there was like nothing he could have done to avoid it.
No. Like, assuming Anakin did all the same stuff, this was going to happen no matter what. But if he had just been like, weird dream, then it probably wouldn't have happened. Right. If Anakin had not fallen and did what he did, this might not have happened.
Yeah.
But, it's complications in childbirth happens all the time. But according to that little droid, there was nothing wrong.
Where's Dr. Ball when you need him?
I know.
And Jason Syndulla training under Luke.
I don't think so. I feel like Jason would stick pretty close to Hera.
I hope so, just because like in the Alphabet Squadron books, she talks about how she can't be around for her son, and I'm like, I just want her to be able to rest and be with her family.
Yeah, and like I just don't know that we'll. Do you think we'll ever see his story play out as a Force user?
I don't know.
I don't know that we will.
I don't either. And I also wouldn't mind if he did not become a Jedi. If he were just Force sensitive, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Knowing that he got that from his father, like a piece of his father is with him.
Yes.
He doesn't, and it's partly because I'm like, well, if he studies with Luke, we know how that ends. So,
well,
but maybe Jason and Grogu hung out for a couple years together and then went their separate ways.
I always think about characters like Chirrut when people are like, oh, if they're Force sensitive, they have to train and become a Jedi. No, not necessarily the case. You could be Force sensitive, and like we learned in The Mandalorian, if Grogu were to continue living without any training, he would eventually lose it. Right? Or lose it to an extent. It would probably still always be there, but
Ahsoka said that it would fade.
He wouldn't be able to, like, force choke somebody, probably.
No, I see that kind of the same way as... Sometimes I see the Force as, like, imagination, almost, and childlike wonder, and just those things that you kind of lose as you become an adult. Taking improv classes, our improv teacher said that one of the things we're doing is just teaching you how to use your imagination again, which is something you used to play improv games all the time as kids.
Yeah, that's basically what kids do.
Yeah. And then at a certain point, you just stop. It gets beaten out of you. And so connecting back with that. So that's kind of what I see Ahsoka saying in that moment where she's like, without training, his powers will fade. His connection to the Force, his imagination, whatever you want to call it, like that's the way I interpreted that.
Yeah. Moving on. Hitman Hudson with another super chat says, do you think there will ever be an autistic Jedi? I mean, sure.
Trying to think if there is one. And
well, they've never specifically...
I don't think they're ever going to say this is an autistic person. I don't know. Like, I think if they were to do it, just knowing the way they've done things like this in the past, I think it'll be kind of open to interpretation.
Or just heavily implied somehow, and not straight out said that this is what this person is. Like, this just randomly made me think of Community, and Abed's character. Do they ever openly say he is autistic? I mean, they make jokes about him, but because
I think they do.
That character was based off of an actual person who
was autistic,
was on the spectrum.
Or is autistic. We met him, actually.
We did. At karaoke.
Which was very random.
Oh, there's Hilo.
Hilo's chiming in.
But I think because of that, absolutely we could see a Jedi on the autism spectrum. I just don't know if they're going to come right out and say...
I don't think they would. But I'm trying to...
Give them that label.
I feel like this has been done, and I'm just not pulling it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go get him.
Hilo's like, I have something to say. Headbod in the chat says such a thing would need to be handled with care. there's been a history of autism not exactly being shown well in the media. I completely agree, which is why I wouldn't know exactly how they would go about doing it, but I think it could absolutely be done. You're right, it would have to be handled with care and done properly and respectfully. Was someone attacking?
Yeah. Someone was trying to break in and rob us, but Hilo scared him away. Thank goodness.
Good.
That's what I choose to believe every time he barks for no reason.
Oh. And Hitman brought this up. Niku. We've talked about him before.
That's who I was thinking of. Because, yeah, we have. I think Hitman and I have talked about Niku on Twitch.
Yes. So, yeah, in Resistance, Niku, it could be implied that he is on the spectrum of autism.
But they never say either way.
Give him that label.
And it's just like, it's Niku, and he's and like fan favorite character from that show.
He's got like some quirky mannerisms to him that I guess could lead you to believe that he was autistic, but I think that there's plenty of room in the future to do that with other characters.
Honestly, especially with the way the High Republic is going and the way they're showing people relate to the Force in different ways.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's a great question, Hitman. Joshua Bernard, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Molly and Alex. Good luck on Friday on Josh Brady. I think Molly is going to win.
Oh, I thought we were on a team.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, no. So, yeah, we are going to be on the Good People's Association, which is our friends. I'm sure you probably know Ken Knapsack because we've had him on the channel a lot. He's part of Force Center Podcast, and he's part of the Good People Association. And every Friday, Josh McCouga hosts a game of Josh Pretty. And I guess we're playing against each other. I don't know why I thought this was going to be a team thing. But Molly and I are going to be on, and we're going to play Josh Pretty.
The last one I watched, it was the people that they had on. They were kind of playing against each other.
Okay, fine. Well, I will destroy you.
We'll see. There's a million things that I want to say back, but I won't.
Okay. That's a Tina Belcher insult.
I know.
Oh, okay.
All of my
You're going to immediately be very rude to me?
No, all my rebuttals are dirty.
Uh-huh. That's what I said, very rude.
And the last super chat I have on here is another one from Michelle Cobb. Thank you, Michelle. Almost forgot. I'm taking a family girls trip to Atlanta in the fall, and I was tasked with finding a good brunch spot. Can I ask you for some inside intel? Ooh. I mean, there's really, really good places that serve really, really good breakfast food, and then there's really good brunch spots.
That's true.
Like, they're kind of two different things. If you want amazing historic breakfast food, I'd say go to Silver Skillet if you can get in. Yeah,
that's a hard one to get into, but it's amazing.
Just old school, very old school. They've used that restaurant in a ton of movies as a set. The people that work there are super nice, but they're very southern, and it's just like there's a ton of stuff on the menu, but it's all like good southern.
Yeah.
Now I want biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. The one that popped into my mind for like a brunch instead of just breakfast food, but more of like a brunch spot was West Egg.
Yeah. West Egg's
I would Silver Skillet over West Egg, I would suggest. But if you can't find anywhere, go to any Waffle House. Like that, at least.
Well, you can't get mimosas at
No.
Waffle House.
I know. I agree. That's not a brunch place. But if you're like everywhere else is full up or whatever, at least Waffle House is still like a southern tradition.
Yeah. Man, there's so many places.
But get breakfast food there. Don't be like Space Dock and get Space Dock and Templin Institute and everyone got freaking not breakfast food. And then they were like, I don't see what the big deal is. It's like, yeah, you got a steak at Waffle House, you fool. I'm never not going to be...
Jill came into the chat and said, I heard brunch.
I'm always going to be mad at them for that. They're like, Waffle House isn't good. Like, you got the wrong thing. You didn't even listen to us.
That's like... There's so many amazing brunch spots, like in Buckhead, where they have these beautiful... Same in Decatur. I would say check in Buckhead and Decatur.
Oh, yeah, Decatur's a good one.
That have these like beautiful outdoor areas with porches and stuff and like amazing stuff on the menu. It's going to be pricey, but the experience of going and doing brunch, that'll give it to you if you're in Buckhead or Decatur. I can't think of anything off the top of my head other than West Egg.
I would still go to Decatur just regardless for dinner or drinks or something, because that's another, just downtown Decatur has a really cool square.
Yeah.
It's been also used as a film set and a lot of stuff.
We have a friend that's working on a TV show that's filming there right now.
Yep.
But
Watchmen was filmed there. It's so weird to see, like, the climax of the Watchmen TV series takes place in Decatur Square. And I'm like, we've been there a million times. Like, it's not that epic of a place, but...
I mean, aside from having the whole brunch experience, like with the mimosas and like the cool atmosphere, honestly, Waffle House is the place to go.
I mean, that's kind of more of like a go there at 2 a.m. after you've had a great night.
I guess.
But I like it for breakfast too. I like Waffle House, and I will champion Waffle House.
Yeah. Also, Jay Christopher's.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Has amazing breakfast food. Again,
it's more of a chain, but
they don't serve alcohol, I don't think, but they have good breakfast food. Star Wars fans talking about brunch. There's a nerd bar.
Yeah, they have good brunch.
Not too far from Decatur. It's called My Parents' Basement.
We've had brunch there a couple times.
And we've gone there several times.
It'll be a lot easier to get in there. And they have beer mimosas that are good.
Yeah, well, you can get a regular mimosa too, but they have beer mimosas. If you're into like super nerdy stuff, I would say definitely check this out, whether you're going for brunch or just for drinks or dinner, because My Parents' Basement is like... They have a full bar, they have like a full menu, but then they also sell comic books and Funko Pops, and
it's a bar / comic book shop / pinball arcade. Yeah,
they have a bunch of pinball machines that are super fun. Their patio is super amazing. That's in Avondale Estates, and they always have really good beers on tap. But now I'm getting really excited about going places again. Phil VE says, what a great name. Check out great. My Parents' Basement. We actually took Hello Greedo there. This is a couple of years ago when he was passing through Atlanta on a trip. And we took him there, and it was a lot of fun. And now I want to go super, super bad. I hope that helped. And then we got one more from Joel Davis. Thank you, Joel, for the super chat. How would you feel about a set of stories where at the end the light side character became a dark sider and the dark side character became a light sider? Essentially a character bait and switch.
I think that'd be really cool. I remember people were speculating that was going to happen in the sequel trilogy. That Rey was going to go dark side and Kylo was going to go light side.
Yeah. I think that would be cool.
That half happened.
I like that more if they were ever to do like a what if series, kind of like what Marvel's doing, for them to do like a Star Wars version of what if. If Rey and Kylo were to have switched, and
if Marvel What If does well, I wonder if they'll consider doing it for Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still think that we're a ways off from that happening, but
I
it'd
do
still be
too.
cool.
But that would be a good place to do that, I think.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun to watch. Again, I'm like, have they ever done that? And I'm just not remembering. I had a beer. Can't remember anything anymore.
On that note, that's going to be it for us today, guys. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Yeah. The link is in the description. It'll be... the link will be there till 9 o'clock. Or
yes,
for the next 45 minutes. And it is for this bad boy right here. First Order Stormtrooper Officer with pauldron and pew-pews.
Accurate description.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you watch the Schmodown, you can check me out in 45 minutes on A Certain Point of View. We're going to be reacting and talking about the Star Wars match that happened today. But other than that, we will see you guys here next week to work more on the Falcon.
3 weeks left.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Bye.